If eating is your passion, there is no better place to do it than Japan. With sushi, you can get it in a couple of forms. This most common one is a platter form. They can get the deconstructed version in chirashi, and this more non-traditional version, which was named as a luxury overflowing mouthful of sushi on the menu itself. Aside from sushi, Japan is also very well known for the noodle dishes. So this is udon. Udon is typically served in a clear broth, and the noodles are very thick and chewy. And there are many different forms of it. That one was a clear broth with fish cake, and this one is egg drop soup with spicy pollock rolls. And in summer, it's really exceedingly hot in Japan. It's probably the hottest place I've been to. And this is a dipping ramen where you have hot soup and chilled noodles on the side that kind of resemble udon noodles. It's a very nice way that genuinely does feel cooling and refreshing, oddly enough, in the summer weather. There is also a oil-based ramen that's dry and doesn't have broth compared to the more traditional ramen, which comes in tonkatsu, tori python, which is chicken-based. And this is actually my favorite ramen base. There's something about it that has the same amount of richness as the pork-based ramen, but it's not so filling to the point that you don't feel like you can eat any more for the rest of the day. And also a wide variety of regional variants, all of which feature different variants of soup bases and noodle types. While you have the tonkatsu based ramen, which is a pork-based broth, you also have tonkatsu as a fried pork cutlet. This is served in many different ways, with a curry, usually with a side of rice and vegetables, and there's even cheese stuffed ones, very popular in Japan. And this is the inside of one of the restaurants. As you can see, there's very clean, neat layout. And this here is known as a mother and child dish because it includes both the chicken on top of a bit of eggs, which is the child portion of the dish. These are fried skewers known as yakitori and rice bowls, both are which very popular drinking food, beer food, and onigiris as well. This is a particular variant with crab roll in the middle, which is exceedingly delicious and brushed with soy sauce and sesame oil before being grilled. If you watch any of my previous videos, you would know that I'm obsessed with this dish. This is TKG, and it's a rice dish which consists of having raw eggs on top. And to prove how much I love raw food, this is a meat dress rice dish, which is actually inspired by Lady Gaga's meat dress. It looks intimidating, but trust me, it's delicious. And we move on to desserts because Japan has a very strong cafe culture, and they love coffee with waffles, and this is their version of tea time essentially, and they're expert at latte art. And there are even cafes that specialize in matcha and hojicha, which come from the same leaf but are just prepared in different ways. This here is a particular take on an Italian affogato using matcha instead. You must definitely try the house-made Barbie Mochi because it has an amazing pull and it's incredibly soft and representation of the flavors. And this one in particular is hojicha because I love hojicha and I can't get enough of it, especially since when I'm in Japan, it's available everywhere, and you can even get a side of the drink to go with your pairing. And because I liked it so much, I even got it in ice cream. And if you're a fan of bubble tea, you should definitely try it out in Japan because even international brands have Japan exclusive flavors based on seasonality that you definitely shouldn't miss. And those are just some of the food that I ate in Japan that I definitely recommend you try at least once during your trip to the country. And don't be intimidated by the food, especially the raw dishes, because trust me, they are probably some of the best and unique flavors that you will ever try.